is Albania's Alban BEQIRI. Preparing for his first appearance on the World Championship stage.
MAINA Boniface mu je protivnik iz Kenije u plavom uglu. Pretpostavljam da ste se u karijeru sretali sa bokserima iz Albanije na nekim turnirima i u odnosu na to vreme kažete da je danas boks tamo unapred.
So just awaiting the arrival of BEQIRI's opponent from Kenya, Boniface MAINA. Not yet in the arena, or excuse me, not yet in the field of players, it's called by AIBA administrators. And again, this is where preparation is so important, because remember, the preceding bout ended earlier than the scheduled 3 rounds, which is always a distinct possibility in boxing, of course. But that is why communication has to be clear. The teams and the boxer must be in the vicinity, because in the event that somebody is knocked out, in the event that the bout is stopped, the preceding bout is stopped early, they must be in the vicinity to answer the call, gloved up, ready to go, and make their way to the ring. Been at tournaments where fighters have either had to hurry to the ring and so aren't fully warm because of a similar scenario, or haven't made it to the ring at all. But here comes Boniface MAINA, a 29-year-old from Nairobi, warming up in plyometric fashion as he approaches the boxing ring. So he's continuing with his plyometric jumps before climbing the 3 steps and stepping between the ropes. Big moment for both of these boxers. The World Championship debut for both the boxers in the red and blue corner. So James Beckles of Trinidad and Tobago just checking the equipment of the man from Kenya. And once he's satisfied, he'll call both boxers to center ring to issue the final instructions. So we're underway then. Action in the 71-kilogram light middleweight division. This contest between boxers from Albania and Kenya. The tattooed boxer wearing red is Alban BEQIRI, 27 years of age, a part of a 3-strong Albanian boxing team. The man whose back is near the ropes before jabbing his way back to center ring, trying a speculative right hand to the body, is Boniface MAINA, 29 years of age. And he part of a maximum-sized, full-strength Kenyan hit squad. They've got a boxer in each of the 13 weights. He's looking for that long left hand. Contrasting statures in evidence between the 2 boxers. BEQIRI spoken to about his responsibility to keep his head up. MAINA trying to set things up off the jab. So MAINA over the front foot, looping with his punches at present, but there was a good right hand to the body and a right hand over the top. He's looking for that shot repeatedly, trying to keep punching distance between himself and his opponent. BEQIRI has got to try and find a way inside the longer reach that the Kenyan boxer possesses. Trying to work him back towards the ropes, but MAINA using footwork, circling in a counterclockwise direction, now changing direction, looking to target the body once again. Comes back upstairs with a good left jab. BEQIRI with his best shot of the contest as he drops his hands by his belt line and goes in search of the man in blue. So both boxers opting to operate behind low-held guards. MAINA just remaining busy with that lead left hand. Counter right hand was a nice shot, brought it underneath while BEQIRI was winding up a right hand over the top. Didn't quite find the range. Good body shot by BEQIRI on the inside, and one suspects that he should be busier when he gets into that territory because he appears ideally suited for that type of work. More compact than MAINA, who's coming forwards. Looking to establish that left jab once again. Approaching the final 30 seconds of this opening round. BEQIRI on the outside, waiting, bobbing and weaving in exaggerated fashion. Right hand over the top, not too far away. Then MAINA was off the mark with his attempted left hook. But his good left hook again. He's throwing his punches in bunches. MAINA, not a high proportion of them getting through, but often the single that does is eye-catching indeed. Right hand, left hook was off the mark from the man in blue. A sporting touch of gloves to conclude the round. Contest took a while to get underway because of the late arrival of the boxer wearing blue, but once he arrived and the bell sounded, well, it's been a pretty busy opening round between these light middleweight boxers. Well, I think MAINA can consider himself a little bit unlucky there. He was certainly the busier boxer. Had success with his left hand on occasion, and again, when throwing punches in clusters, he did have some success. So to concede it across the board, one might consider himself a little bit unfortunate. Make no mistake, BEQIRI had his successes as well. I think the busier of the two boxers was the man from Nairobi, but none of the judges preferring his work in the opening 3 minutes. So what type of response will that bring from both boxers? So into the second round then. First global competition for both of the boxers, although I first saw Alban BEQIRI at the 2015 European Games in Baku, lost to Ireland's Adam Nolan in the first preliminary round, comes to the ring as a 4-time national champion of Albania. 3 senior titles and 1 youth title in his number. Also was in Baku when he attempted to qualify for the Rio Olympic Games at the global qualification event there. Good right hand to the body from BEQIRI, and then a nice counter left hook, and then a left hand once again sends MAINA down to the floor. He's saying he was hit by a rabbit punch. No knockdown ruled. So a minute gone in this second round. MAINA's also competed on the continental stage. Comes to the ring as the reigning All-Africa Games bronze medalist. That was down at 69-kilogram welterweight, where he lost to the man from Nigeria in the semi-final, effectively the final 4 stage, the bronze medal bout. He's on the front foot once again and scores with a good left-right. He's looking to increase the pressure, closing the distance, feints with the foot, but didn't follow through. And BEQIRI, again, a man who appears to be suited for mid and short range work, opting to box on the back foot and looking for counter singles. He's trying to adopt the shell, the Philly shell, by hiding behind his, tucking up his chin behind his left shoulder and protecting his right side with his right glove and forearm. But again, he's not busy enough for me here. And of course, MAINA is the aggressor. It's got to be effective aggression, and his attempted right hand to the body wasn't too far away. So I think it's a dangerous set of tactics being employed from BEQIRI's point of view, because he's giving away an awful lot of time. Now he gets back to center ring looking for a jab, but again, Good right hand is the best shot of that exchange from the Kenyan boxer. And another one, going about his work in very effective fashion. Right hand counter is a nice response from BEQIRI, followed by a left jab. But I think he's conceded an awful lot of this round, BEQIRI, by disengaging and not working hard enough. So, final 30 seconds of the round. But again, of a round I think that MAINA is winning. Oh, beautiful left hook upstairs. It may have landed with the inside of the glove, but it was preceded by a right hand to the body. And I think this has been a terrific response by the Kenyan boxer, because the first round went against him unanimously. His head didn't drop. He's remained focused on the job. And by virtue of his work rate alone, I think he should take this round. Second round in the book. And just a little bit of uncertainty between the two boxers as to whether that was the bell to conclude the second 3-minute stanza. It was indeed. And let's see what the scores reveal in this contest, or excuse me, at the conclusion of this round. Oh, dear me. Well, I really do find that surprising. I'm not sure what else MAINA could have done other than send him to the floor, because BEQIRI simply wasn't busy enough. The first 70 seconds of the round, he adopted this type of posture. On the back foot, disengaging, circling away from his opponent. The man from Kenya in pursuit of him, scoring with shots on occasion, certainly doing more in terms of effective offense than BEQIRI produced. Shots such as that right hand and the follow-up right hand. And yet he hasn't taken a share of the round for any of the judges after 6 minutes of boxing. I think he's really unfortunate. So going into the third and final round, despite acquitting himself very impressively with actions such as this, and okay, a lot of those shots were caught by the gloves and forearms, but in the meantime, BEQIRI is not punching. And this is how he boxed for a large opening portion of the second round. And yet he finds himself 20 points to 18 to the good for all 5 of the scoring judges. I think the member of the Kenyan hit squad is really unfortunate to find himself in this disadvantageous position. It's a commanding position on the scorecard for the 2-time participant in the European Games. After competing in the inaugural edition in 2015, he also appeared in the second edition in Minsk 4 years later. MAINA just spoken to about ensuring his punches don't stray below the belt line. But too much watching and waiting from the man in red. And okay, he didn't get scored upon, comes back with a left hook, which wasn't too far away. But again, that right hand was a glancing blow, probably glanced with sufficient force to be a scoring blow. There's a beautiful right hand from BEQIRI. And I suppose that leads us down an existential philosophical debate about the sport of boxing. Are 10 feather light but scoring jabs more valuable than one pile driving right cross or left hook? Is it the volume or the potency of the punch? Remember, when we were in the era of scoring blows being landed and registered by the computer, where judges ringside were almost as though they were on a video game console pad, pushing for when punches registered. Body punching went out of vogue because they were often more difficult to score and recognize. You jolt the man's head back, the punch was more likely to be recognized. Nice left jab landed by BEQIRI. But now we're back in the realm of the 10-point must system. And so the discussion, the debate, which has been a part of the sport of boxing for as long as it's been around. Nice jabbing off the back foot from BEQIRI. But again, disengaging here. And we've seen referees have a word as, again, MAINA goes to work on the body. BEQIRI tries to respond. But we've seen referees speak to boxers. We're here on the World Championship stage. You have a responsibility to engage. It's all very well boxing on the back foot and providing angles, but BEQIRI's done a fair amount of running in this contest. He's not doing that at the moment. And in the closing seconds, well, MAINA hasn't produced the dominant round that he needed to get back on terms after conceding both of the opening rounds unanimously. Again, literally going walkabout in the boxing ring. Nursing his lead, you have to say that's good bout management. Didn't do it in such a blatant fashion, but I think he spent a significant portion of the second round doing that. But you can see the high fives in the red corner because it will be the Albanian boxer going through to the second preliminary round, the round of 32 in the 71 kilogram middleweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 89 in the ring A, the winner on points by unanimous decision is the boxer out of the red corner.
And here's confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Alban BEQIRI. Boxed well within himself during the course of that, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges. And Boniface MAINA, well, thought he was a little bit unfortunate to find himself 2 rounds down for all 5 judges after 2 completed rounds. And it's BEQIRI who goes through to the round of 32.